Hi everyone, I'm so glad that you joined us for this segment on Welcome Home because we have one of your favorite and my chefs in the whole wide world, John Rivers from the Coop and Four Rivers Smokehouse. So glad to have you, John.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
And congratulations on your latest accolade. John Rivers and the Four Rivers Smokehouse team won an enormous award, one of the top 5 barbecue restaurants in, no, not Florida, no, not Central Florida, the nation. One of the top 5, that's great.
We are very proud, very thankful.
And I understand why.
All right.
Well deserved. Okay, what are we cooking today, John?
Today, another southern dish, one of my very favorites again, is chicken and dumplings.
Love it.
Okay, and chicken and dumplings, as I start making this, I'll tell you, there's a little bit of similarity to this and a chicken soup and also chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
And it's really the base that you use.
Is the same.
The base that you use can go for all 3. So I've got some butter in here. You can use a little bit of olive or a little bit of oil. And I'm going to saute some onions.
Vidalia onions, only the best, right?
That's all I use.
That's all I use when they're in season. But can you get them all the time?
You can get yellow onions all the time.
Okay.
You can't necessarily get Vidalia all the time because they do go in and out of season.
Yes.
But definitely sweet onions all the time.
Okay.
And you know, and there is a difference.
I know.
Because we did a side by side. We sauteed some sweet onions and then we sauteed right next to it some red onions, and definitely a different in the bitterness to it. Okay. So I got some onions going. Okay. And I'm going to put my celery in relatively early because it's pretty dense and it takes a little while to saute down. And I'm doing them in this kind of pot because I'm going to put so much liquid in later.
Okay.
It's going to fill it up pretty high. So I've got my those 2 going at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper in there because I like to put it on the front end so those flavors really come out. And they are sauteing down. Okay.
You use the coarse salt? Looks like coarse sea salt?
I do. I like a kosher salt just because of the cut.
All right.
And it's funny, all salts are the same other than the cut itself.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can get a refined salt all the way up to, I mean, even there's more than this, a really coarse one, which is kind of like a rock salt almost. The same thing with pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, they come in different grinds as well.
And you like the coarse of the pepper too?
Of course.
Right? Of course.
All right, now on top of here, I'm going to keep adding some more flavor. I'm going to put some nice shredded carrots in there, and you can use any type of carrot cut that you like, but that's going to also drive a little bit of sweetness for you.
Yes.
Okay. So what's nice is I got 2 natural sweeteners in here, and I'm not going to put any sugar because I have those between the carrots and the actual onions itself. Okay. Now those are, I'm going to typically let those cook for a little bit longer because you want the onions to be translucent. Yes. Which means they can become opaque a little bit and you can see through them. And as I'm going along, I keep adding just a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. Okay. Now once this cooks down, and I do have that opaque in there, I'm going to go ahead and add some chopped garlic to it. Okay. And once again, we don't want to put that in too early because we don't want it to burn. All right. Now as it's coming together, thank you. We're going to go ahead and put some herbs in it. Okay. Really, it's going to start driving some flavors. I like a nice fresh thyme and a little bit of fresh sage. And I'll show you a trick. You ever wrestle with thyme itself to try to get those little teeny leaves off?
I actually have never used thyme before in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty bad, right?
No, not at all.
Because it smells so good. I love the smell and I love the taste.
Fresh...
I just don't use it at home. So what do you do?
See how small those leaves are? They can really be a pain to get off. So a trick to getting them off is just you hold the top like that, and you pinch, and you just go down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you got all your herbs.
Right.
And then from there, you can chop it.
Okay.
Saves you an awful lot of time.
Good, John.
Thank you very much. All right, now from here, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of, I like a little heat.
Yes, we know that. We know you like your heat. You like the little spice.
Just a little. You know,
I like it too.
It's all about balance. When you cook, you want to bring all your flavors. So if you're going to have it super sweet, to me, you want to also have some savory in there. Okay, another pinch of salt and pepper. Okay, now once everything is cooked down, okay, and the flavors have really come out, you probably got another 5 to 7 minutes on that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But for us, what we're going to do, because we're going to move on this pretty quick. Right. From there, what you want to start doing now, you got to build your stock.
Yes.
Okay. So I use a nice chicken stock.
Now, what do you mean when you use a nice chicken stock? Do you do your own chicken stock, or do you buy a box of it like I do?
When I'm at home, I will make my own.
Okay.
And and a lot of our recipes too will actually
just by boiling a chicken to get chicken stock, right?
Well, no, it's a lot more than that. It's actually a lot of things that we just put in here.
Okay.
You take the chicken bones with all the skin, and you put onions, you put carrots, celery. Really, a chicken stock is a great catch-all because everything you have have left when you're making everything, just save all the ends, because you're not eating any of it.
That's true.
And throw it in.
Okay.
Even the skin on the onion.
Wow.
And you boil it down. Yep. And the juice that you take out of it, once you filter everything, that's your stock.
Okay. Oh, you filter it all out. Okay.
Yeah.
I just heard
right
that. Okay. I wondered why I never tasted any onion skin in my chicken soup with you before.
All right. Once that cooks down a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken. Okay.
And this is special too. Viewers, the way that John makes his chicken is like nothing you and I would probably ever do. You want to remind our viewers of how you cook your chicken?
When you roast a chicken in the oven, a really simple way of doing it, you get the oven, I think we set it at, what, 425 degrees?
Hot. Yeah, hot oven.
If I recall correctly. Get your pot really hot. You put your chicken in there whole. We brined ours, if you remember, to get a little bit of flavor in there. And it's going to cook for an hour, 30 minutes with the oven on and 30 minutes with the oven off.
Yeah.
We're at 425, and you just turn it off, and it's amazing how those flavors come together.
It does not dry out. His chicken is moist and tender, and it's a great. I'd forgotten to do that. I'm going to do that next time with my chicken. While you were talking, you added something white.
I did. I add a little bit of cream.
Yes,
okay?
Of course you do.
And if you're going to have chicken soup or a base like that, you got to have a little cream.
Right.
Now this will cook down, but you see how liquidy it is?
It is very, very thin.
That's a soup.
Okay.
Now, if I want to take it from a soup to the next level up, which is chicken and dumpling, I'm going to add a little thickener to it.
Got to get thick.
And before I show you that, if I want to take it all the way up to the thickest it can get, it's actually a pot pie.
Thickerer is the pot pie.
Thickerer is a pot pie.
Thicker and thickerer.
Right, now this is a trick.
Yes,
if you just took flour and threw it in there, you're going to get clumps, right?
Like
so what I would do
is my gravy is just like that.
I would take some of this liquid out, okay? I would bring it up to a boil, and this is flour and butter that's put together. You see how nice and soft that is?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Like a biscuit.
Right, and then it'll actually melt in there. Okay. So
and it won't clump.
No clumps. It won't clump. Okay. Now, once I've done that, right? Now I've got my thickening agent. Okay. That's my finished part.
Very thick.
Now I want to make the dumpling. Okay.
Okay.
And the dumpling is a batter.
Okay.
Okay. Almost like a dough that we're making, and I'll go ahead and what I've got is some chicken stock right there that's boiling. Okay, this is where a lot of people have a hard time.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take my batter, and I'll just put it right in there.
Do we know what's in your batter?
Yes.
Or is that a secret recipe?
It's flour, baking powder, salt, and then cooking in a little bit of chicken broth. And it's really,
that's it?
You're not looking for flavor as much as you're looking at the texture.
Texture.
And see, I'm just going to let it soft boil like that. It doesn't take long at all.
Okay.
And then when it comes out, you take those and you put it atop of your nice thick goo that you've made, your chicken base.
Thick goo, yes.
And I like a little bit of celery salt.
That makes
just
it pretty.
to dab on the top of it, and it gives it a little flavor.
Okay, I'm dying here. Dying to taste this, John. You know I love to taste your stuff. A little tiny piece of the dumpling.
A little bit.
Would you like a think of it too, or you?
Oh, thank you. I will. Thank you so much.
All right, one for you.
I'll hold it for you. How's that?
No. If the chef does not eat his own cooking, there's something wrong.
We're in trouble, that's right.
We want to see you eat it as well.
You know,
a little tiny bit of dumpling.
The most important instrument a chef has in the kitchen is his tasting fork.
That's right, that's right. All right, let's see what this is like. Chicken and dumplings, or chicken dumplings. Chicken and dumplings. Melts in your mouth.
See how pillowy, see how nice and soft and pillow?
Okay, this just became one of my favorite things you've ever made. It really is so good. Sorry, I know we're almost out of time, but I gotta have one more bite. John Rivers.
Nice.
And I got a big bite of moist, tender chicken. That is so good.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us today.
My
That is
pleasure.
great. We'll have this recipe up on our website, maybe Facebook. You know you want to get this. This is so good. Yum.